suggested me to join the contest, but the people were mean. So I just said fuck it and then never pursued music again. I am not trained. I know this. I just sing for fun. It's not a career path I want, not anymore at least. uh, I did when I was a kid, but I didn't think that art was a career path that I could do, I could follow. Because of course people were like, well, artists don't, like, they don't actually, being an artist is not exactly a job, but technically singing is, although they are both arts. But singing is something that you technically see every day. Art is there every day, but when you are a kid, you don't understand that whatever you are looking at is art. So for me, I don't know, when I was a kid, I just wanted to be a singer, but at some point, but then I changed my mind and I decided to pursue an art career. I mean, art has been my main interest, right? I've always done art in like all the time since I was very, very young. I remember when I was probably 3 or 4 years old, and we had one of those activities where you had to use paper, like you just had to draw basically. What I did though was I still remember the teacher scolding me or just screaming. I don't remember. Her reaction wasn't pleasant, but basically I was drawing a cobra, like the snake, but I also added like another piece next to it, and it was the bottom jaw, and another piece that was the tongue. So basically, I cut it out. I was very, very young. I cut it out and I glued it together, and I bent the snake into a Z shape. And then, so basically, I had this standing cobra with a bottom jaw and the tongue sticking out. It was 2.5D. It was basically a paper craft. And the professor, the teachers didn't like it because I was a kid and I was making out paper snakes. and like I don't know why I was so obsessed with cobras when I was a kid. I was a weird kid. Yes, because art is so much more stable than music as a career choice. No, that's the opposite. I didn't think art was a career path until they told me that technically it could have. Like, I saw singers all the time, as a kid you see singers all the time, but you never see artists around. Like in TV shows, you don't see the role of artist. It's something like that you do as a hobby, while singing technically for me back then was a solid career path to choose. But then I thought, like, because I thought I could do art as a as a, glad you didn't grow up in Australia, then would have collected snakes all day probably. I had dreams of having a small snake as a pet. I was obsessed with coral snakes, and fake coral because because it's the non-venomous type, and it's quite cute actually. If it didn't take so much care to own reptiles, I would probably have at least a couple snakes hanging around. But I think the responsibility is too high, and I wouldn't be able to fit it into my routine. But I really love I really love snakes. They are cute as hell. Like, I literally had I wanted to have a snake as a pet, and people were like, "You, why? It's so gross." And like, why though? It's so noodly and cute, bro. I don't know. So anyway, I chose art because like when my mom snakes are soft and cute. Yes, they are. um, so when I was in high school, no wait, it was middle school. I was in middle school, and then the third year, which is the last year of middle school, um, you have this orientation program, and they try to help you choose um, your high school, because like we have, you can go to art high school, then you have classical, which is basically you learn you study Latin and Greek, and then you have linguistico, which adds extra language hours. So I studied French in middle school. My partner studied Spanish, but then if you pick linguistico, you will most likely study German as well, other than the other two. Um, and also then you have scientifico, which of course it's more science, math, and stuff like that. And then you have the school that is technically, it's not a liceo, so it's still same grade, but it's more specific to a career path. So my partner, for example, he did the IT, I guess you can say. Um, so basically, they this whole orientation program. So um, they had to compare your choices and the chances that you had there. For example, if you didn't do well in math, but still you wanted to pursue a scientific career and go to the scientific high school, they would say, well, you're not exactly, you can do that, but you're not exactly, fitted to go there. So they give you a balance of things and suggestions, but of course you can choose whatever you want. But they try to help you understand, which school you want to go to next year. And then I was in a scientific class in middle school, because there was linguistic, scientific, and musical. So you had to choose between the three. So when I finished school, like my mom told me that art high school was an option, and then my world lit up. Like I didn't even know that you could possibly go to art high school. Like what the fuck? Since when it was a thing? My dad never told me. My mom basically, she told me, and we went to see the school, and I loved it. And then I wrote it on the orientation papers, and then my professors were like, you should pursue scientific classes. You're never gonna go anywhere with art. You do you, but still go to scientific class. Why would you do an art high school? You're not gonna study there. So basically I discovered that most of the people who went, like who were my classmates and shit, they went there just because they thought the classes were gonna be easy. They were not. It was taken seriously, although like it had an insane amount of issues, but still you had to study. It wasn't an easy path. And so yeah, that's basically how I realized that I could pursue art as a career path. I discovered it in middle school. Like what the fuck? I'm sorry, I couldn't stop. Stop apologizing. It's like telling this to a Canadian. They cannot. There is no way they can stop apologizing. I sure hope I will survive tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. It is interesting to listen to the story of how you became you. Thank you. I You need to appreciate the effort that it took me to not say, well, that's not that interesting, and just saying thank you. You have to appreciate the effort. Yeah, you better not say that because I would yell at you the same way you yell at me when I make bad comments about myself. I have returned full of pizza. Welcome back, Foolish. And Roxy's proud of me. Yay! Where's my pizza? Roxy, I forgot to show you the thick slice of pizza that I had the other day. No, it does not come with pineapple. What the fuck? Stop it. So let me send you the picture. Like, I forgot to take a picture before eating it. Not exactly after, but I started eating it. I'm so sorry. Like I cut it and started eating it, and then I was like, oh shit, I need to show this to Roxy. Here, I sent it. It's so cheesy. I fucking love this pizza place. This is one of the reasons I don't want to move from this area. I made a mushroom paprika and pepperoni pizza, of course with mozzarella and tomato sauce. Well, it sounds great actually. I still find it weird that pepperoni is the spicy salami, because pepperoni, it's literally sweet bell peppers. So every single time I was like, I'm like, it's not pepperoni on pizza, it's the fucking spicy salami. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, that looks so damn good. Thanks for making me hungry. I love that pizza place. Like, bro, it's so good. Also, we always get 2 slices of pizza and 1 slice of focaccia to keep it for the next day, because it's way on the cheapish side. So we just order it once, and then the next day we just eat that with cold cuts and, you know, prosciutto and ham and whatnot and cheese. And I still have it in the fridge. I think I'm gonna eat it like later, like for dinner, I guess, because I don't want to cook. I made some. I had to use the pan today for lunch because I had to heat up a piadina, and then I also had some what is it called in English? It's basically cheese, but it's fresher. I don't know how to describe it. I do not know if there is a word for it in English or you just use the Italian word, but it's called primo sale.